welcome to the Hour with me, Katie Schaefer. Thank you so much for coming in the room. I am so glad to see all of you guys on this Sunday night. Happy Memorial Day weekend. I hope you are all enjoying an extra day off, or if you're already on summer vacation, I am jealous. I do not track out for a few more weeks until June 30th. So I'm really jealous of everyone posting on Instagram and everything about how they're already on summer break and they're already relaxing at the pool, because I'm not quite there yet. But I am here to talk with you guys today about flexible seating and a way to get some people to help you and create an Amazon wish list. So yeah, I know I do not get out until June 30th, so that is kind of crazy. Again, welcome. I am so glad you guys are all here today. Today we're going to be talking about creating that Amazon wish list and flexible seating in your classroom. So I just want to introduce myself. I am Katie Schaefer. I have been on the iTeach TV network since we started back in the fall, and I have been teaching for almost 4 years. Yeah, I live in Raleigh, North Carolina. I know I don't get out till June 30th because I am a year-round teacher. So I'm a year-round teacher, so I don't get out until June 30th, and I get a few weeks off, and then we start again at the end of July. So it's kind of crazy. Hi, Jen. Hi, guys. I am so glad you guys are all here today. Thank you so much for joining me. Okay, so really quick, if you guys are looking for any other periscopes that any iTeach TV network scoper has done, check out the iteachtvnetwork.com. iteachtvnetwork.com. Yes, I was at your house today, Jen. That barbecue was delicious. Okay. Yes, Beth, I do start with new students in July. Okay, so if you're looking for any periscopes that we've done in the past, check out iteachtvnetwork.com. And we have a new Facebook page that we want you guys to go and check out. So get on Facebook, search iTeach TV Network, and come and follow us on Facebook. So I cannot wait to get started. Wow, awesome. From Costa Rica. That's cool. Okay, so tonight we're going to talk flexible seating. I'm going to show you some pictures from my classroom. I'm going to show you how to create an Amazon wish list and ways to get people to donate some things to your classroom. So I know a lot of you are wrapping up your year with awards, banquets, and craziness for the end of the year. Oh God, sorry. Gotta do a little blocking. Okay, I know that you guys are wrapping up your end of year fun and craziness and having some summer parties and everything, but I want you not to worry, just take a break and do not worry about doing what I'm gonna chat with you guys about tomorrow. You don't have to do it tomorrow. You can do this Amazon wish list over the summer when you finally get that itch to come and start thinking right back about school. So don't worry about making this Amazon wish list tomorrow. Don't worry about making it like even in June. Don't worry about it. Worry about it over July or in August when you feel like you're ready to start thinking school again. So save this scope, and you know where to find me. I am creating, teaching, inspiring on pretty much every social media platform. So first I want to thank, before I get into the whole flexible seating and Amazon wish list, I want to thank Kayla Delzer and Greg Smedley for getting me interested and just thinking about doing flexible seating in my classroom. So those are the two people that have really inspired me to totally change my classroom. And so I'm going to show you the article that like totally changed my view on what my classroom should look like. Kayla Delzer wrote, I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me turn. Okay. So why the 21st century classroom may remind you of Starbucks. Guys, you guys have to read this article. This totally changed my view on flexible seating and what your classroom should look like. So regardless, when you walk into a Starbucks, you have a choice and you get to choose where you want to sit. So I really feel like your classroom should be the same way. So take a screenshot of that title and check it out on EdSurge. This is where you want to be reading your first few articles about flexible seating if you have not yet already started the flexible seating journey. Yes, seriously, send this article to your school parents and your actual parents because it'll help you understand flexible. Before I show you all of my crazy Amazon tabs that I'm sure that you just saw up there, just really quick. Flexible seating is huge in your classroom and you're gonna need help. You're probably thinking in your head like, Katie, I cannot afford to totally transform my classroom. That's gonna take $1,000 and I just don't have it. So I'm gonna show you right now how to create an Amazon wish list that you can send out to parents at Meet the Teacher, or even put it in your signature line of your emails. So any email you send to a parent, they automatically have access to your wish list. So instead of doing a Sign Up Genius or sending home 1,000,000 paper copies of what you need in your classroom, just keep it in your email or send it via email. Yes, and get your students invested in flexible seating. My kids absolutely loved it, and they'll get on their parents to be like, hey, can you help us get these things? We really, really need help. So yeah, it is really cool. Where do they sit for direct instruction? They sit on the carpet in my classroom since I teach kindergarten. So yeah, hold on. I'm gonna turn this around. And then everyone is invested in the classroom and the parents get really excited and so do the kids. Yes, I initially did my project on Donors Choose also, and it worked out really well. But I'm gonna show you another option. If you work at a school where parents are really, really involved. Yes, Jen, even 5th graders can sit on the rug. Okay, can you guys see that screen? Is that okay? It's kind of blurry when I'm looking at it, but okay, I'm not telling you to ask for money though, I promise, because I'm not allowed to ask for money either in my school district, but I'm just saying send out a wish list. I'm not sure if you're allowed to do that. Somebody give me like a thumbs up or something and tell me if you can see that. Okay, Jen, I'm assuming you mean yes, you can see this. So if you go on to Amazon, I'm assuming everyone has an Amazon account because I just love Amazon. So if you go onto Amazon and hover over lists, I haven't even clicked anything. Just hover over it. You can click create a list. So if you click create a list, then you're going to come to a new screen and you can create any type of list that you need to. If you're creating it for someone else, if you're creating it for you, usually you're going to want this to be a public list so that you could share it with parents. Okay, so and then you would just click create list. I already have my list. No, I already have my list. Hold on. I already have my list created. And it just says Mrs. Schaefer's wish list. So this would be something I would send out to parents and something that would help parents understand what's going on in our classroom and what would be new coming into our classroom, what we kind of need. So I'm going to go through. You probably can't see, but do you see all of these tabs up here? I'm going to show you really quick what all I would put on my classroom wish list. They're going to be all the flexible seating options I already have and then a few extra new ones. So this is one that I already have in my classroom. We had 4 of these balls at the beginning of the year. Now we're down to 2, but we're going to get a few more next year. So we actually got in kindergarten, we got the 26-inch yellow one. And so that works out really well for our kindergarten students. So the Fit Pro exercise balls work really well in kindergarten. These, we have black ones, but it's the same idea. It's just a wobble disc, and you can put these on the floor. Kids can stand on them or they can sit on them. Can you give any detail on why flexible seating? Okay, so flexible seating is amazing for choice, for engagement. It really allows students to have responsibility in your classroom also. So you really need to explicitly describe the expectations for your students with all of these new options, and then it's their responsibility to choose a seating option in the classroom that is appropriate for them. I'm sorry if I'm missing questions. There are a lot of you guys in the room right now, so make sure you just like keep copying and pasting, and I will try and answer as best I can. How do I store student materials? They are actually in a cart with, like, you know those dollar store buckets? You can get them at the Dollar Tree, or you can get them at the dollar spot in Target. And we put crayons and pencils and all sorts of stuff in little buckets around the classroom, and it's their responsibility to go and get them. It's no longer my responsibility to pass out crayons, pencils, markers, scissors, glue, anything. They do it all. Okay, so moving on to a few more things I have in my classroom. Oh my goodness, this time has gone by so fast. It's already 7:11. Woo! Okay, so this is the core wobble stool that I have in my classroom. Kids love it. These I do not have in my classroom, but any beanbag chairs that you have, you want them to be vinyl or some sort of material that you can wipe off. You don't want like cloth, like cotton bean bags. You really, really want the vinyl ones that you can wipe off. You can even get these ones for a little bit cheaper at Walmart. So I think they're like $30 at Walmart. They're called Big Joe beanbag chairs. The teacher across the hall has these, and I absolutely love them. And you're gonna need this. You're gonna need the beanbag filling, because that's just what happens. Beanbags they kind of deflate after a little while, but the kids really do love them, so it's worth it. So I've had to fill mine up. You've had to fill them up about once a year. I have this couch in my classroom also. The kids absolutely love this. Do the Big Joe, do they hold their shape? Yeah, they do for a while, but again, you're gonna have to get that filler eventually to fill it up, because that's just, I think, the deal with beanbag chairs. So I have this ottoman, and then I also have the chair that matches. And the kids really, really love this sofa. Even though it's like toddler size, the kids really do like it. I have two of these type stools. I got mine at Five Below for $5. They do sometimes tip over. That's the only kind of negative about this type of stool. My kids seem to tip them over a lot. These bouncy bands, I don't know if you guys have ever seen these. So it looks like this and attaches to the desks, and or it really, I have mine attached to chairs and tables, and the kids can either stand or sit in a chair and put their feet on the band and kind of bounce with it. So that's kind of cool. And then I have back mats in my classroom also that the kids can lay down on the floor and use. You're going to need, for sure, clipboards. This is a new thing that I've seen. Yes, bath mats, washable, good idea. This is a new type of kind of movement, kind of balance board. Jen Jones actually she posted this on her Hello Literacy page today, and the kids can stand on this and it like wobbles them, so they can move back and forth. So that's really cool. Check out Hello Literacy's Facebook page if you want to see more about that. This is what I want for next year too. I want these boards for a table, and then I want a trampoline too, because I think that would be amazing for kids to get energy out. Just like a few times a day, I think it would be awesome. And then this is the type of table I feel like that I saw in Kayla Delzer's classroom in the pictures from her EdSurge article. So just like a smaller table like that would work out really, really well. So that's what I would put on my Amazon wish list. Again, you're going to want to get the kids invested and make sure you're sending this out at the beginning of the year. So again, you don't have to do this right now. You don't have to do it today, but this is something to think about over the summer. So enjoy your summer, go to the beach, go to the pool, do what you need to do. But when you're getting the itch to come back to school, you need to create an Amazon wish list for sure. Okay, so I just want to show you some pictures of my classroom in action. I always forget. I never actually like do a real slideshow. Here we go. Okay. So here is some flexible seating in action. So this is how my class taught a whole nother class about flexible seating and what the expectations are for, oh yes, I want one of those exercise bikes too. I'm gonna write that down right now because I really do want one of those for the kids to just like move their feet while they're working. Okay, so this is my class on like the outside of this circle, and then on the inside circle is a whole different class, and we are showing them all of our flexible seating that they were about to get. And so we showed them like the rules, the expectations, how you have to keep your feet on the floor so there aren't any injuries or anything crazy. And so our class taught a first grade class, so kindergartners taught first graders how to use this flexible seating. So that was really cool. Yes, mini trampolines for counting, spelling. Yes, jumping works perfect. You can even like count syllables on those. Okay, so here's some more flexible seating in my classroom in action. So here's that little couch. Even though it's like a toddler-sized couch, 2 of my kids can fit on it. Here are the yellow exercise balls. Wow, that must have been like the first week that I owned those because they're so nice and shiny. That's craziness because those yellow ones kind of get dirty pretty quickly. Okay, here's that core stool. I think I have 4 of those in my classroom now. The kids really do like them, and they're a lot wobblier than I thought at first. So, and here's that bouncy band. So it goes the width of a table. The big one goes the width of a table, and so they're sitting in one of those stools and then putting their feet on the bouncy band as they are actually creating anchor charts. Okay, really quick, a few more things. Beanbag chair, love it for really any work because my kids have a ton of clipboards. Here's those balance discs. A lot of people ask me this question about doing crafts on flexible seating. So they're like, I do not understand how they are gonna wobble around and do crafts that align with the unit. Guess what? It can happen. I promise it will work. Okay, and here is I think this one's my last slide. And then I will take questions because I know you guys have been asking. The hokey stools are excellent. I think those ones are a little bit more expensive than the core stools. So the core stools are a little less expensive than the hokey stools. The hokey stools are the ones that I feel like you see all over Pinterest and Instagram though. I have the core stools, core with a K. Okay, so some kids will still choose, even with all of those options, they will still choose to sit on the floor. I feel like that is a perfect option. Like, I love that. Kids are responsible enough to know exactly where to go and what to do. Yes, donor's choose is key. That's how I got all of this in my classroom, but how I am managing to keep it up and keep everything in my classroom is Amazon wish lists and asking parents for help. So, and then this picture you saw on my Instagram a few months ago, and Jen Jones actually just reposted it on Instagram on her Hello Literacy page. You can bring this furniture outside, people. You can bring it outside. It does not have to stay inside. Bring your furniture outside and let the kids enjoy the sunshine, get a little vitamin D, and do their work outside. So I brought the beanbag chair outside, and I mean, we were reading away. So that is my last slide. And okay, I know that I've been chatting a lot. Do you have any questions for me? Because I know that was a lot of information, but trust me, you're gonna want to come back and check out this scope in a month or so when you get that itch to think about school again. So does anyone have any questions right now? I teach kindergarten, and those were my classrooms. Are wobble stools on carpet? Mine are, because a majority of my classroom is carpeted. Any advice for 16-year-olds who prefer chairs? I've tried everything, but they want their That's craziness. I can't imagine like a kid actually wanting to sit in those hard chairs. That's probably because they've been sitting in them for years and years and years, and they're kind of conditioned to do it. I wonder what would happen if you took them all out of the classroom and just used like beanbag chairs and core stools and wobble discs and see what happens, see what they do, see what they choose. That's kind of interesting. I teach kindergarten, so I'm not in a high school to kind of understand that. Yes, sitting is the worst. I love my standing table. The kids don't love it as much. That's why I want to get some wobble discs and that thing that you can stand on. It's kind of like a board with a ball underneath that you can stand on. And I feel like that would be a little bit more fun at the standing table then. Okay, teens like their individual space. Yeah, I missed the end of that comment. I'm sorry. Kids do like their individual space, but I really find that my kids, they'll work together on a beanbag chair. They will work together on a chair. On like my little sofa. It really, really works well. I want to get my chairs out. My kinders lean back. Oh yeah, that's no good. Honestly, I'm going to tell you right now, my kids have been sitting in these seats since October or November. And I'm telling you right now, on one hand, I can count how many times kids have fallen out of these chairs. They don't fall out of these chairs. They know the rules, and they know that I can always take back their responsibility, and I can always assign them a seat. So I feel like they really take it seriously, and they don't want to be wild and crazy in these things because they know that I'll take them back. I control the responsibility, I guess. So I can give them responsibility and I can take the responsibility away. So yeah. Okay, any other questions? Maybe I'll chat about flexible seating again because I feel like a ton of you. Any suggestions for storage solutions? Storage for your furniture or storage for supplies or storage for your old furniture? I'm going to tell you right now, I put my old furniture out in my storage unit out in, I have like a storage unit outside of my classroom at my school. Okay, for school supplies. Okay, so I would get 3-drawer bins. You know those like plastic 3-drawer bins? You could get those. Or just like little shelves that you could put those buckets from the Target dollar spot, and I put all of their supplies in there, and it's their responsibility to keep those little buckets stocked with everything that they need in them. So I promise you it takes a lot of management at first, but you can slowly allow flexibility to your kids, even 5 and 6-year-olds. I think I probably own the entire selection at Target and the Dollar Tree of bins, containers, and everything else. So yeah, I have a book bin in every person's cubby. So like, you know, those like magazine rack bins or they're bins in people's book centers. I store all of their Read to Self books. I store their writing journals and their leadership data notebook all in their cubbies. So that way they know exactly where it is and they can get it back. We also, in that same bin, store any word work that they didn't complete the day before that they're going to need to complete the next time they go to the word work station. So those bins in their cubbies, they're all numbered so we don't lose them. Okay, I'm going to take this last question, then I really got to run because I'm like 9 minutes late. Okay, how do they choose where they are going to sit? I let my kids have free range of my classroom. They're allowed to sit wherever they want, but think it's June, it's the end of the school year. That's not how it was initially. So initially when I rolled out flexible seating, it was like one option at a time, and they either chose the floor or that new seating option or the regular chairs. Okay. So guys, I'm going to talk about flexible seating again next week because I feel like there are a ton of you in the room that are really enjoying this topic, and I feel like a lot of people's teacher brains are already working for next year. So bring all of your questions. Let's do a Q&A next week all about flexible seating. So next Sunday at 7 o'clock, I will be back. Yes, you guys come back and ask me all of the questions that you have because I've been doing it for a year now and we love it. So next Sunday at 7 o'clock, Q&A, flexible seating. I will be here. please come. Thank you so much for watching the replay, and thank you so much for watching live with me. I will see you guys next Sunday at 7 o'clock. Okay, bye.